one of the other change. So again, like there's been a lot of changes like throughout the WCC. We're going to go to the change down in Malibu. We don't have a head coach yet, but we do have a new AD at Pepperdine. Tanner Gardner is coming over to take on the director of athletics role for the Waves. He had been at Rice for a number of years as the deputy AD for external affairs. Pretty impressive resume. He's a Stanford grad, Harvard Business MBA, 3-time All-American in wrestling when he was at Stanford, and he was in charge of a lot of like the revenue growth, transactional revenue growth that Rice saw over the last decade or so. Record high season ticket sales across all their sports. Was a key had a key role in the transition into the American Athletic Conference in 21. So this is someone who does know how to kind of take a program that, I mean, Rice isn't like the flashiest of programs. They're many of their programs, like they have some really good programs. Baseball is one that kind of like sticks out in my mind as far as Rice programs that always do really well. And this is an area like Pepperdine has potential. I think like this is one of the things we think about these Pepperdine teams, and some of them have been really bad, especially when you think about what they've looked like over the last couple of years. Despite talent, they haven't had the on-court success, and that tells me a couple of things. One, that they are capable of attracting talent to Malibu. I mean, it feels like it shouldn't be that difficult to attract talent to Malibu. But then the challenges are, of course, figuring out NIL, but then also figuring out who's going to be able to get them to have that success on the court for men's basketball. There was already an announcement last year that they are going to be working on a new basketball facility. Now I have to go take a look at some of the finer details of all of that. But Pepperdine is starting to kind of move forward, and like there is potential. Again, the last really good team in the WCC that was consistently a good team before St. Mary's, before Gonzaga, it was Pepperdine. Pepperdine was the big dog for a long, long time. And while obviously recent history shows that is not who they are, it does show that it is possible to build it in Malibu. It's possible to build it with that program. And with a new AD who's obviously going to like try to find a head coach who's going to fit the profile of what they're looking for. But then also, I mean, they're going to also need to go quickly because the roster is kind of barren at this point as well. So they're going to need a head coach to get in there and really start to recruit heavily to fill out the roster. So that first year or so for whoever the head coach is might be a little bit on the rough side because they're kind of they're a little bit behind the 8 ball on the portal front. But Pepperdine feels like a place that could do it if the right person is in place, if the right support system is there as well.